Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Guys, let's make abacha. So if you have one sitting in your cupboard, go get it out because this recipe is a must try. So guys, like we said, we're going to be making abacha, African salad. If you like what you can see on your screen already, keep on watching and let's get to meet our ingredients. We need a teaspoon of ehuru, that's calabash nutmeg, and I've just added that to my coffee blender. And then we need 2 cubes of star Maggi. I'm using the Niger one pot, you know, the one that has crayfish and the one specifically used for making soups and native dishes. So I'll just put that in my coffee blender now. Yeah, in there I have my crayfish as well. I want everything to be blended together since that Maggi can be stubborn to crush. Over here I've pre-soaked the abacha and left it on the strainer. For this special abacha, we need some frozen spinach and mushrooms, and then obaka, that's oba. We need some shrimps, and here is our chopped onions, and then some of the rings for garnishing. And then I'll be needing some black pepper, some chili pepper, some salt. And then for garnishing too, I'll be using these rucola leaves. Yeah, guys, these leaves kind of mimics the Niger angara leaves. Yeah, try it and let me know what you think. And then some cherry tomatoes for garnishing as well. We need some kidney beans already cooked. We need some mackerel in pepper sauce. And then in this pan I'm gonna add some oil and start the cooking process. Okay, so our oil has preheated and I just added the shrimps. Guys, you want to use your shrimps frozen. You will see why I said that in a bit. Here it is. The water that will melt out from the shrimps is going to form the base for this sauce. Yeah, and it's going to make it taste so good. I've added about a tablespoon of the chili powder, like the chili flakes. Usobo. Yeah, so I'll stir that in. And then some of the Maggi I added to the dry blender earlier. Yeah, some of them didn't crush well, so I'll just add it now. It will add some kind of extra taste to the base, like to this sauce we are creating. Okay, so I'll gently melt that into the sauce and get everything combined. And then guys, we're going to be adding about a tablespoon of our crayfish, ehuru and the Maggi blend. Okay, this sauce is very rich and flavorful at this point, so I'll add the obaka, the sliced up mushrooms, and mix that in as well. And with this, guys, we formed the base for our abacha, kind of a rich sauce that we'll be using to mix our abacha later on. Keep on watching. I turned off the stove and allowed it to thicken up like this. Yes, next I'll be transferring it onto a plate and keep it aside like this here. So I'll keep it aside, and then while it's still warm, I went ahead to add our spinach, like place the spinach. You know, they are frozen, yeah, but they are well chopped spinach, like almost crushed spinach. Yeah, so I don't need to cut them or anything, but I need them to kind of thaw a little bit, so I kept them on that warm sauce to do that. Meanwhile, moving ahead to this pan one more time, we're going to proceed with the next stage, which is tossing in the kidney beans. Remember, they are cooked kidney beans. And then I'm going to transfer this mackerel. This is grilled mackerel, guys, and the pepper sauce. Yeah, so I'm going to add some of that. This is the point where you add every fish you are using for this process. Yeah, I'm using that amount. And then I added a little bit of black pepper. And some crayfish, a little bit, let's say half a teaspoon of crayfish. Yeah, that will infuse some more flavor into the kidney beans. Yes guys, so I just mix that together, kind of warm up the beans. You know, it came pre-cooked in a pack and we just want to warm it up and add some flavor to it. That's all. I'll scoop it aside now and then move ahead with the last stage of our preparation, which is to add some oil for the abacha proper. So we're going to allow that oil to melt and warm up a little bit, then add the sliced up onions, while saving the ring for garnishing, guys. We'll saute the onions for a bit, add about 2 tablespoons of the crayfish, ehuru, and the Maggi mix, half a teaspoon of pepper flakes, and then otaze. I love this vegetable so much and it makes a lot of sense in this dish, but if you don't have it available, it's not a crime. So I added a little bit of black pepper, as you can see, and stirred that in. Next, I added the abacha. Remember, it's a pre-soaked abacha, the one I showed you earlier. I added some of the abacha, and it's that's about 3 handfuls of abacha I'm using, guys. So we just mix that in very well, combine it, like kind of incorporate it into the sauce, and so now it's time to scoop in this sauce. I don't want to add salt to the abacha yet until we add in our sauce and see how it's doing. Okay, yes, so this is the essence of that sauce we made earlier, alongside the spinach. Like I said, the spinach is crushed and I didn't need to cut it up. You can see what I mean. So I will gently melt that into the abacha. Oh guys, this I will call a healthy abacha because it has a mix of so many different veggies, veggies and the protein as well. You can use as much fish as you want, and you can just switch things up with different kinds of veggies. I've tossed in the remaining of that crayfish blend, guys, and at this point I needed to add some more salt, because now I'm sure of what the taste is like. Haven't added the sauce we made earlier, so we just gently combine it together, mix everything properly. Isn't that looking popping? We give it a taste and be sure it's perfect, guys, and our abacha is ready. It's ready, guys. One last mix, and I forgot to mention, all this I was doing on very low heat, like 1 out of 9. Okay, and this is what we have. We have our abacha, we have our sauced up beans on the side alongside the mackerel. I also went ahead at this point to garnish with my rucola leaves, which kind of feels like the Nigerian Abacha leaves, like I told us, and then my fresh tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes, which adds a lot of freshness to this dish. Guys, do I need to say more about this? It was so delicious. You are going to enjoy every single part of this dish, from the sauced up kidney beans to the shrimp sauce, to the abacha itself, and then the garnishing with rucola and cherry tomatoes. Guys, if you have angara, you can use that to replace the rucola, yes, and you can also use a baby spinach for that. Okay, yes guys, this is so worth a try, guys. Please, if you don't like abacha or you've never made before, please share with a friend or family who would love this dish, and I would love to get your feedback as well. Thank you so much as always. Don't forget to like the video and support my channel. Stay blessed and safe, and I'll see you soon.